we go. Ooh, right. I decided this morning that I would cover something that I thought might be quite useful. I'm sorry, it's not about gathering partners or customers, but it's stuff that is useful in the whole process. Because there's a lot of things that I realise when I read all the comments on different groups. There's a lot of things that people don't know. So I thought this is a little session that we could do, and I've written a few notes here. So if we could take the whole, let's take the prospecting side of it, okay? So there's somebody that is possibly interested in what you're doing, and I believe it's all about process, and it's letting the tools do the work for you, okay? In the old days, it was very much stories sell, don't try and sell it, yeah? And actually, I totally believe in that. So I feel I don't want to be chasing a prospect. I want that prospect to be genuinely interested, because if you chase a prospect, one of the most uncomfortable sayings I hear frequently is, I'm working on someone. And I think, what the heck are you doing to that person? What are you doing? You shouldn't be working on anybody, okay? So somebody is interested, and I put a top tip on True Savings last night, because Rob asked us to state if we'd got a holiday and then give a top tip. And mine was, when you're out and about, make the most of every spontaneous moment, okay? And as a lot of you will know, I think probably quite a lot of my business has come in that respect. And in fact, this afternoon I went back to Haskins Garden Centre and I asked for some help in regards to a gas canister, because we bought a barbecue that's both coals and gas. And I asked this lady, and she was actually really helpful. And I was also asking her, did we have to buy the, I don't know what you call it, piping, you know, the piping, you know, goes, the plastic stuff, tubing, that's it. And she went off to ask, and she said, no, when you actually get your canister, you get it with it. So I said, oh, right, that's fine. Anyway, she was genuinely very helpful, and she was nice and friendly. And I turned to her and I said, you know what? One good turn deserves another. And I like to reciprocate when someone does something nice for me. And I said, do you love it here? Because you're really good at what you do. And she went, well, there's better things I could be doing. I said, oh, what's that? She said, I'd like to be out in my garden rather than here, helping everyone else to look after their gardens. And I said, well, I suppose it comes down to money at the end of the day. And she went, yeah. I said, I won't ask you what you earn here, but I've got a very good idea. I said, if I could show you a way where if you worked a couple of hours, I said, if we talked about 5 hours a week, I said, you could have 250, 300 quid coming in. Would that be of interest to you? She went, too right, it would. I said, look, I haven't got any cards on me. That was a lie. I did, but this is something I've learned. I said, look, I tell you what, hang on. I got my phone out of my back pocket and I said, I can see your name's Julie, because she had a badge on. I said, if I put Julie Haskins, I know where to find you in my 5,000 contacts. So I went straight to her. I said, Julie, what's your mobile number? She went, why? I said, I'm going to send you a little 2-minute video to help you. Something to give you a flavour of what I do, because I'm a recruiter for my company. I said, people like you that give this super customer service, we're just the kind of people we want. And I could see she was like, oh, that's nice. So I kind of like stroked her ego, I think the word is. And you know what? She gave me the number straight away. And if you do it in a nice fashion, and Juan watches me and he says, everybody gives you their number. He says, I've never seen anyone not give you their number. So I've already sent her 2 videos, actually. I've sent her 2. I've sent her one, which is retirees, because she was of a certain age, so I could tell. I thought that would be nice. And I've sent her one, which is the professionals, which has got it's got Lloyd Daly on it. It's got Angie Dooling, and I've forgotten her name. That's really bad. Another senior group leader. But anyway, I've sent 2. And I've already had something come back which says, thank you, I'm really interested. I'd like to know more. Now, is that making the tools use it for you? But the thing is, I know lots of you don't know what to do. So don't worry about fuffing about. Let me share my screen and let's get Google up. Okay. So is everybody seeing Google?
Yes.
So this is what you want to type in. Now it comes up because I use it so often, but it's uwstories.co.uk. In fact, I would say to you, perhaps set up a contact in your phone that has all the links that you can instantly look at. All right, because that would help you. That's what I've got. I've got all my instant links. So if we go on there, here we are. And then here's the different ones. Now, I asked this lady, what would be the best way to send her a clip of a 2-minute video? Oh, she said to my phone. I said, what, on this number? And then I asked her, as I do everyone, do you use WhatsApp? She said, yeah, I do. So nice and easy. Yeah. If they say text, I always think, ugh, it's a bit kind of hit and miss with text. If they haven't got good signal, it may not arrive to them. So if we take the retirees, if I click that, okay, there we are. Now there's the WhatsApp. So you click that. Okay, open WhatsApp. Now I've got WhatsApp on here. Okay, we won't do that, but basically I'd be doing this on my phone and I'd continue to the chat and I would top and tail it with a little something like, hi, Julie, we met this afternoon. I think I put, hi, Julie, we met this afternoon. You gave me such good customer service. We had a nice little chatter and you admitted to me that you wouldn't mind knowing about how to earn an extra few £100 every month. And then add it. Is that nice and easy? Is that a nice, simple thing to do? And it's and do you know what I would say to you folk, right? Let's just stop that. If I didn't get a response back, I would follow it up with, oh, what did you like best about the little 2-minute videos I sent you? Not, did you watch it? Already, what did you like best? Because then they have to answer that question. Okay. So if I didn't get a response back, we call it people go into, what do we say?
Witness protection.
Witness protection. Thank you, Lindsay. When they do that, do you know what? Invariably, they're not interested and they just haven't got the guts to tell you. Yeah. So I would say possibly don't pester, because if you've got to pester now, imagine bringing someone in and you've always got to pester them to do something. That's not good. Yeah. You're wanting someone that's willing. So this is if they're genuinely, I've had people go, yeah. And then the next thing I send them is access to the 10-minute presentation. And then I explain to them that they need to register with their name and email. And these little 10-minute presentations are on the hour, 1/4 past, 1/2 past, 1/4 to. And I explained to them the reason that they've done this is they want them to see the full 10 minutes. They don't want them to come in halfway. All right, if you give a reason, because otherwise people can think there's something a little bit sinister, a bit strange that they're giving. Yeah. So that's my next stage with this lady. Some would say, oh, why wouldn't you pick up the phone immediately, Lisa? Do you know what? I'm trying to gauge the level of enthusiasm. Because if they then watch that and they're still interested, now it's pick up the phone and interview, chat to them. Yeah. Find out what it is that they really want in life. What's their thing that's not doing them, you know, giving them the life that they'd like to live. Find out their pain, as they say. Yeah. Because then you can say, well, look, this is something that definitely, you know, can help you. And this lady, Julie, I'd be pointing out to her every single day, she is in front of lots of people, never mind her warm list of all the people she already knows. There is possibilities all the time, and she doesn't have to sell while she's on that shop floor. So when people are actually in work, they've got a bigger advantage for the likes of someone like myself that isn't in work, because all the time there's access to folk. Yeah. So that little give you where to go, how to find it. Was that useful? Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Okay. Now, I now want to explain to you, you know, when you've signed up a customer, I think it's terribly important to do what I call aftercare. And that's why I'm usually with someone at least 2 hours. And by the way, when I say with, that can be remote. Okay. And I prefer face-to-face, but yeah, it can be remote. So I know that many like Annette and people that have been in this business a long time will naturally do this, but ensure immediately that you help them put the UW app straight on their phone. Okay, very, very easy to do. If they are Android, like Samsung, I can never pronounce it. Hawaii, is it? I'm sure it's not Hawaii. Whatever. They go to the Play Store. And if it's Apple, they go to the App Store and they type in UW Clubhouse and immediately it will come up. And it's the purple square with the UW pink writing. Get that downloaded. Now, a top tip, and I'm giving this because I know some don't do it. When you've just signed them up to join the club, please write that account number down immediately. Even though you get an email, write it down. And would you like another top tip that's a little bit different? And I got this off of Just One, possibly 10 years ago. You know, the password, when they have to create a password. I have seen so many abomination appointments where they think they've typed in the right thing and they haven't. And then you've got, you can't download the app, you can't do anything. Basically, the appointment almost comes to a grinding halt. Okay. So this is what I do for every single customer I sign up. When it comes to the password, I say to them, now go with me on this. I'm out to make life simple for you. And it's also going to be useful because while you're in the transferring process of your services, it means I can support you. And that is huge, by the way, when you're doing remote, really useful. So I say to them, I'm going to give you a password. And then when your services are transferred, you can change it to whatever you want. But while the transfer is going on, go with me. Now, it's going to be, let's take, here we are, Rosalind Healy. She's on the screen. There's her name. So, right, Ros, I want you to write this down. It's Rosalind Healy with a capital R and a capital H, no spaces, 1, 2, 3.
Fantastic. I'll remember that.
Yeah, and so will I. I don't have to write it down. Do you know why? Because every single customer, it'll be Roderick Lance. 123 with a capital R and a capital L.
Yeah.
Isabel Kieran with a capital I and a capital K, no spaces, 123. Do you know what? You haven't got to think. If ever they ring you up, they've forgotten it. You could look like this amazing person that remembers. But it's really useful because when we sign them up and now we download that app, when it comes to log in, it's their account number and their password. And you know what? You can make sure it's absolutely spot on correct. Small tip, but really useful. And I've been doing that for 10 years now. And I copied that when I was training with Jaswant Ray. Okay, and I think it's an excellent idea. And then just say to them, once their services are over, guess what? Change it to whatever you fancy. All right, that's another little tip. Now, something else important. Let me share my screen. So let's pick up a new tab. Are we all seeing Google even? So uw.co.uk. Okay, when you're with them and they have got the ETF up to £200 fee that they can have because they're a double gold, yeah? And remember, that's now on not just fixed, it's on double gold variable too, right? They can have this. So show them while you're with them. Go to uw.co.uk, click help. Go down to contact us. Now, I'd like help with select an option, click it, and it's the very bottom one. Send proof of early termination fee. Subject, select an option, proof of early termination fee. They put their account number in there. They put their name, their contact number, their email address is absolutely fundamental. The others are optional, but do you know what? The more that they put, the better. Their message, you could say to them, type, I'm attaching 4 pages of my BT bill that shows that I've paid an early cancellation fee of £175.21. Then, as long as that bill is saved on their computer or whatever, they're bound to be doing it on their mobile, more than likely, and they can still do this all on the mobile. You click browse, and then you find your file and you just attach. All right, I won't do it, but that's where you do it, and then press send. Now, the reason I'm showing you something like this, I'll tell you why. I'm going to be honest with you all. I've done amazing customer service for people, and I often do all the sending off. But I've realised it's a mug's game. And actually, we need to show them how to help themselves. And by the showing, we are still giving extraordinary customer care. So by spending that little bit of time showing them, guess what? When their BT bill comes, and they all come by email mostly these days, don't they? If they can't, then what they need to do is take a photograph of the full pages on their phone and then send it that way. Yeah. But would you say that that was a useful thing to help? It helps you, it helps them. There's one thing you must tell them. If there is a few cancellation fees, so there could be, say, let's say there was a cancellation fee to British Gas for £35, Southern Electric for £30, a BT for £150. If there's a selection of them, please tell them to wait till all those come in together, all those bills, and send it all in one go. Head office want them all together. All right, a very useful thing there. Okay, on those couple of things, can I ask you, I'm hoping that what I've done is kind of jolted your thought banks. Are there things that sometimes you think, what do I do about that, that you would like to know? Because I mean, I can talk about pack codes. Is everybody completely au fait with how to get the pack codes, the correct procedure to do it? Or would you like me to explain that one?
Yeah, if you can go through that,
Please.
that'd be good.
Yeah, okay. So I know on the Join the Club, it states that you can give a pack code immediately. Can I tell you that every advisor, including all the partner relationship team that support us senior group leaders, they've always said there is a method which I coach all the time to all the people I bring in. And that method is foolproof. It stops anything like, I'll give you an idea. If that SIM card, new utility warehouse SIM card, was to go and be delivered to the wrong address, if you've already submitted the pack code, which will then be utilised, processed by UW, oh dear, that new SIM card could go into someone else's phone with that telephone number, and there could be absolute mayhem. Yeah, so let me tell you the method. So I sign them up, get the sign up done, and I say, don't worry about retaining your mobile number. We're going to do all of that. Then with them, I get them to go on to normal text messaging. All right, now this is not Facebook Messenger or anything. This is normal text. And they want to bring up a new text. To the recipient, they type in 65075. And then the body of the text in capitals is the word pack, Papa Alpha Charlie. Now, I have to caveat that every company has done something slightly different. So you'll find that Vodafone ask for the pack plus a PIN number. And I'm telling you now, I've never met one Vodafone customer that knows their PIN number. I think it's a load of you know what.
One of their delaying tactics.
A delaying tactic, yes. All right. So invariably what it's doing is getting you to ring Vodafone. Okay. Now, you won't get a pack code back if any customer has more than one mobile or device, a mobile type device like an iPad or something with that company. You'll never get one back. You have to ring through, right? So that's another caveat. Everything, I'm telling you now, Ofgem brought this in to make life easy, and every company has done everything to make it difficult. All right, so I'm just giving you the full warnings here. So O2 is generally speaking PAC and their date of birth, day, month, year. And that you'll find is Tesco, which uses O2 as well. Orange, they're cheeky toe rags too. They sometimes give it and sometimes don't. Just being honest. Sometimes you get it back, sometimes you don't. And they send you online onto their site. All right. And then you have to fill in, you know, a form. But my latest one, which was EE, I had to end up ringing, and I said to the lady, look, if it's all right with you, I'm going to be your best friend. and I'm helping you because you don't really know what you're doing and you're hard of hearing. That's the good one, hard of hearing. They're very keen, these suppliers, to speak to someone that isn't hard of hearing. So they usually relent, but they will have to go through the security bits. And they do all kinds of stuff now these days. When you speak to them, they do, they send a text message to that customer's phone, you know, with a code that they want verbally relayed back. They want to show. They ask for things like the last 4 digits of the bank account. If it's pay as you go, when was the last time you topped up? What was the method? Where did you do it? How much? It's interesting stuff, but if you're prepared to go through this, it's worth it. Sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes you just get these pack codes come back. Now I can tell you that EE begins ONE, Oscar November Echo, 6 numbers. Vodafone is, hang on.
FRN.
Is it FRN?
FON, I think.
No, it's not. No, I'll have to find one. Tesco is TSC. O2 is TEL. Let me just find one. A Vodafone. Here we are. I've got one. I had fun and games with this one. Took 2 attempts. VUK Vodafone. VUK. I haven't come across somebody on 3 for a very long time. GIFGAF is GFF. All right, and then 6 numbers. Now, the beauty of that, if you get it back by text, what happens, it will naturally say if there is an early termination fee and how much. So you know the amount, which is really good. If you're doing it over the phone, please ask them to give it over the phone, because I've had them say, oh, we'll send you a text. And then me and the customer have been sat there waiting and waiting. So ask them, they will do it and they'll give it to you. Now, why do you need this? You need it because they want to retain their mobile number. The other side to the mobile switching is you've got to ensure their mobile handset is unlocked. Now, a very easy way of finding out if it's unlocked is you ask them, or you do it for them, to go to the telephone keypad on the mobile and they type in *#06#. And what comes up is the IMEI number. Now, if it comes up with 2 IMEI numbers, you can go, happy days, that phone is unlocked already, which is really good news. You are going to need the IMEI number if it's not unlocked. A quick, easy way to find out if a phone is unlocked is take your SIM card out of yours, put it into theirs and see if you get mobile signal, any bars. If you get no service, no, the phone needs unlocking. Then, if it needs unlocking, you will need that IMEI number. And invariably, the easiest way is to go onto the supplier networks site, and there will be a page. Now, I'm going to show you very quickly because I'm aware of time. Let's go. Come on, someone put me on the spot. Give me a network that you'd like to look at. Anyone? 3? Okay. 3. Okay. Here we are. Can you all see 3?
Yes.
Right, so here we are. That's the one we want. Okay, type in. I'm just guessing. Okay. There we go. How do I unlock my phone to use on 3? Well, we don't want that one. How do I unlock my phone to use with another network? Click that. Press unlock your phone. There we go. Select manufacturer. There you go. You now just fill in this form and go through it. And most of them are exactly the same. So let's take my phone. Let's say Samsung. And mine is a Galaxy. Where is it? S4. Mine's a 9. Where's the Galaxy? 9. Hang on. Got 9? There's 10. Why is mine not there?
Perhaps it's already unlocked. Somebody said that Samsung's after
A certain
2000.
time. Yeah. Well, let's do one that would be locked, which would be an early model. So let's go for, hang on. Hang on. I've never even heard of a Galaxy Ace. Anyone heard of this? A Galaxy Mini S5570?
No.
No. Right, there we go. Right, then they fill in their details.
Oh, goodness.
They are. There's the IMEI number you put in, and you put that in, and then press submit, and it will say it can take up to a couple of weeks. Invariably, it doesn't. It's usually 3 to 4 days. And what happens is they get an email, and they just follow the link on the email, and basically the phone gets unlocked. You do not, ladies and gentlemen, ever submit the pack code until the handset's unlocked. All right. Never, never, never submit the pack code. So you've got the pack code, and finally they get in touch with you, or you get in touch with them, and they say, yeah, the handset's unlocked. Say, fantastic. I am now, you the partner, I am now going to submit the pack code for you to retain your mobile number. You will receive a brand new utility warehouse SIM card. Please note what I'm saying, because you've got to say this. With a brand new mobile number on it. Please don't panic. In order to retain your number, it needs to port, hence the pack code, port authorization code. It needs to port, move over and replace a mobile number. So when you get the new SIM card, be assured there's a new number, but that is not going to be yours. That's when we submit the pack code, and what will happen when I do so in the next 24 hours, at some point, your current service with 3 or wherever will stop working. Just put the brand new UW SIM card in, and hey presto, everything works. You've got your new number and all your data, everything is on there. And the beauty of doing it in that order is, you know, it hasn't got mislaid, there isn't any problems, and it's all going to work fine. Okay.
You always do it for them, because I've in the past, invariably I sort of say to them, no, are you okay to do this? I tell them what to do, and they do it.
I tell you what, I've never left it to them, because invariably a lot of them don't get on and do it.
No.
You can lose the mobile deal, then they're not double gold.
So they have to activate their phone, but do they have to actually use it? You know, when they take the £10 SIM so that they become double gold.
Yeah.
As long as they activate it, that's okay.
Yes. You mean when they're not using it?
Yeah.
When it's a stick in the drawer to get the whole service package.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think now I haven't done one of those in a long time now.
No.
Invariably, I'm putting people on unlimited because I'm often getting 2 or 3 SIM cards in a house.
Yeah.
And it is a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, was that helpful, those little bits? Is there anything that you'd like to ask about that process? What did I manage to explain it in a nice, understandable fashion?
I think, Lisa, this is the sort of thing that you cannot get on getting started because it's beyond getting started, or so this sort of thing you only getting through experience. So yeah.
Well, I know that there are no courses to do this stuff, and I think it's something that a lot of partners have to pick up from their supporting partner. And of course, if they happen to come in and they haven't really got a supporting partner, they have to realize they've got to go upline until they find someone that can show them. But I just thought that this might be a useful little sort of episode, and maybe there might be, if you think of anything, folk, that you'd like to know about, would you jot it down to me on a WhatsApp, and I will cover that stuff.
But why is it coming up putting this as standard training? Maybe not beginners training, but it should be there for everybody to get to.
I absolutely agree. And also that the IT is changing so quickly now, like the process of submitting bills has changed. We used to attach them to emails. Now it's through that system. And I know loads of partners don't know that, because I see it on the various groups, people asking, what do you do? Okay.
You know what I do always find wrong, Lisa? If ever I want to find something on the, in partner portal, it's not easy. Like if you want to find the broadband speeds, there's a thing which tells you all the different broadband speeds, what you need, what it will serve. I can never find that on there. And I usually end up saying, has anybody got it printed out? And,
let me show you. Right, I'm sharing my screen. I'm bringing up, going in. Now I'm going to be absolutely, am I allowed to be honest and frank with you all?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't find that button at all helpful.
Nor do I.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to Learning Portal. A to Z, and I'm going to put in what you've just said. Let's go B, we'll call it B, broadband services. So possibly within there, you will find about broadband speeds. There'll be something in there. That's where I would go. All right.
Yes. Can you click on that phone and broadband?
Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of different things. Tariffs, equipment, phone service, sign up, switching to other providers, what happens next?
Okay, this is new, isn't it?
Yeah. Can I make a suggestion to everybody? Because this is even new to my eyes, okay? Can I make a suggestion, folk? You wouldn't do yourself any disservice if you went back on and had a rerun of the online, a refresher. Because in every walk of life, we all have to evolve. And do you know what? There's a lot I know, but I'm going to have a little look at that. I shall be doing it. It wouldn't hurt at all.
No.
As a refresher. All right, folk, time to go. It's very warm, I agree. I'm nearly passing out with the heat here, but nice to see you all. What's it like up in Scotland, Tom?
It's not that warm, actually. It's about 14, 15 degrees.
My computer at this moment is saying 27.
Yeah, I think you're about 10, 15 degrees warmer than, or 10 degrees warmer than us.
Yeah, it's pretty warm down here. Lovely to see you all. I'll be back again next week. See you all next week. If you think of something you'd like to know about, please do, just get into me, WhatsApp me. All right?
Thanks,
Take
Lisa.
care, everyone.
Bye.
Lots of love. Bye.